You see the beautiful brown rainbow trout with deep red right in there? Followed my spoon in. I had him earlier. They really are suckers for this spoon. I think I'm going to get him if I keep at it. Beautiful deep red. He's not very bright. As always, I get ultra depressed as I get closer and closer to work. It's been that way this week. But wow, it's going to be about a year till I see something this beautiful again. Look at that. That sound. See if maybe I can get that trout casting downstream at the top of the pool instead. And that's the tree I saw the bald eagle land in last week, like a helicopter. I love watching the sunlight reflecting off of the ripples in the water on something like that, the trees. Every year I see one or two of these, and for the life of me, I have never looked up, I guess, if there are freshwater clams or mussels, whatever, or oysters, whatever. That'd be kind of cool if there were and you could eat them here. And here, a little over a week later, about 9 days later, is the remains of that 6-pointer. Maybe it was going to be an 8-point. Look at all the maggots now, thousands of them boiling in there. So I would really believe that he died about the same day, since it was all just flies and no maggots when I found him. Wow. Cycle of life and death. Cleaned him up a lot in the last week. Wow, those maggots are pretty gross, but fascinating too. Can't really see it from this angle. I'll take another one soon, but here are the remains of that bridge, that railroad bridge from the 30s. Well, this has become, I think, my favorite spot. I can imagine a movie where there would be, you know, a ghost train passing across with kids all happy, and I don't know. I love this place. Not to mention a good fishing spot. Here's a better view of the side, one of the sides. It's just hard to believe that in the middle of nowhere around Slippery Rock, people used to be traveling happily on a train. And now it's the quietest. I've seen bald eagles here now, and it's the most peaceful spot. Mr. Albino / goldfish carp is over under the tree again. I hope I see him next year. It'd be fun to bring some corn here, see if I can catch them out from under the tree. They're all sitting over there. Here he comes. That is a 2-foot-long albino carp. There's his brother sitting next to him. There's another big boy. They're on patrol. Oh, there's another big one. Just came out from under the log. 2 of them. There, you can see him. There's the other one. That's 5, I think. Some nice big bass coming through. 6. So at least 6 carp here. Probably a few more sitting under there. and bass that sit right here. Well, here are those axles. I came over for a look this time. If I had a way of getting them up the hill and out of this mud, it'd be fun to take one and deadlift it. I would imagine it's 300 or 400. Holy cow, that's a big spider. Wow. Wow. That's a bit bigger than any wolf spider at home, I remember. Impressive. That was fun to see a really big shadow swim over to the lure when I cast it in. He didn't take it, but I've caught good ones here before and a bunch of fish, so let's see. There he is. He just flew by with the helicopter sound again. Can you see him fly through there? Man, I wish I had a GoPro to get these guys without having to turn this on. Well, I just had a 10-incher, nothing big but nothing small there on the tube bait though, so at least I know it still works. Look at how crystal clear that is. That's a good 4 feet deep right now when it's super low. And in normal years I catch a bunch of fish here along the shore coming over here. Saw a big one down there, but I spooked him. There's a little guy swimming through there. You can even see his shadow underneath him. I'm only 100 yards from the big pool where the carp are, but sometimes, I mean, I know that fish can hide here, but I just spooked about an 8 or 9-incher out of there. I'm impressed. If I really took the time to fish every single rock, maybe I would get some more. He must have been hiding right underneath it. I only caught a fish today. I'm not shut out. That tree used to be all the way across, and it was neat to see the big smallies sitting underneath the water, underneath the tree. Wow! I've never caught a trout this big. Look at the size of this brown trout. Holy cow! Holy cow! I caught a monster trout. You'll be okay, buddy. Look at you! Wow! Look at him! He's a couple pounds. Well, that's the hole. The spoons do catch trout, and that one was not stocked here anytime soon. That tree, well, it might have been over there, but there was one that crossed over, and it made this pool in front of it, which you can kind of see how calm and dark the water is over there. Wow, that was a big trout. I wish I had my scale. I think he would have been a 2-pounder. So it's worth it not using the minnow sometimes. You won't catch smallies on it, but you have a chance. I missed a rainbow this morning, so you can catch trout in Wolf Creek. It's either another nice brown or baby carp, which doesn't look like a carp. I can't... What is that? Huh. Just missed a rainbow there, so there is a trout in here. Huh. There's the monster pool with the carp.